Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World. This video is a book review of The Wedding Group by Elizabeth Taylor, first published in 1968. So this book is about a young woman called Cressy, whose actual name is Cressida, but we call her Cressy, and she is, at the beginning of the book, living with her family in quite a religious manner. It's quite restricted and she feels kind of trapped. There's a lot of things that she can't do, a lot of interactions she can't make, and she rebels. And she rebels against the religious life that she no longer wants to lead. So she goes away from her family and she goes to work and live in like this little shop. And there she learns life, more or less. She, at the beginning, to everyone, is someone who seems rather naive and doesn't really know her way in the world because she's had quite a sheltered life, particularly for a 19-year-old. And we follow her journey as she becomes more and more confident in all matters of life. At the same time, we also meet a man called David. David is in a sort of similar situation where he is also trapped in a world where he doesn't necessarily want to be in. So his mother and his father are separated and he looks after his mother, who is a bit poorly. And she lives in the country and he's not about that. He wants to live in London, but he feels trapped because he's there and he looks after her. And it's about these two characters and their relationships. As usual, this is Elizabeth Taylor book, so it's about relationships and friendships and all those elements and how they come together. This is a very typical Elizabeth Taylor book in terms of her beautiful, effortless writing style. If you're looking for a book that just shows off how Elizabeth Taylor writes, this is a great one to turn to. The characters in this, being honest, at the beginning I didn't really like. I didn't really like Cressy. I didn't like David all through the book. His mum I actually did like, and Cressy and one of her sisters really grew on me, and by the end I actually really liked Cressy. It's one of these books that you could read in one go if you wanted to. It's less than 200 pages, but it's also one of those books where actually it's really nice to sit down and chill out with and just let it a slow read and just let it all happen in your head. It's just wonderful. It is a brilliant book. Elizabeth Taylor as an author, as a novelist, is someone who I generally do think is quite unread. And this book is definitely one that I haven't heard anyone talk about before. It's sweet, it's charming, and it's about life, friendships, relationships. The typical Elizabeth Taylor elements are all there in this book and it's really enjoyable. Star rating wise, I gave this 4 stars. Reason being, it's really good. The only reason why it's not a 4.5 or a 5-star read is just because in this book there aren't as many characters to fall in love with. But I did love Cressy and David's mother. I thought they were both great characters. Cressy's sister is also great too, but I didn't like David. But that's okay. Sometimes you don't always like characters and sometimes you're not meant to. But 4-star, it's really good, and again, it's just one of those underread Elizabeth Taylor books that I'm always going to fly the flag for because they're so wonderful. So that is it for this book review of The Wedding Group by Elizabeth Taylor. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Please give this video a like if you did enjoy it, and I shall see you soon for the next video. Take care for now. Bye. Bye bye.